Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to another weekly episode, another weekly offering of the Interconnected-ness, a weekly oracle series. All right, y'all, this weekly message, this weekly offering is for what happened the last week of July. Again, because I think last week of July and July 20th week from last weekly offering, they're combined. But what happened last week of July? This weekly message, this weekly offering is for August 21st through August 27, 2023. This is our last completion. Like, we have one more week after this, but this is the full completion week before we have a transitional week. And remember, a transitional week means 2 months are within the same week, okay? And that's sometimes when 2 months are in the same week, what usually happens, you feel me? What usually happens? Any answer? When 2 months are like conjoined back to back, it doesn't allow people, me, anybody to have the ability to just like calm, reflect, and move into the next month, right? Sometimes things overlay and overflow into the next month. So with this understanding, with this information, what we're going to do to prep this week, prep next week, you feel me, for the upcoming, I want to say August, but for the upcoming September 2023. All right, y'all, that's the first one. All right, the second one is, you feel me, I'm going to read it off my computer. So it's basically that I said, mugs finna try to finesse people with words. That's literally what I said. Mugs finna try to finesse people with words. So in my head, immediately right now is 9-3. You know, people be using them big words. Be like, oh yes, it's not extraordinary. It's extraordinary. You know what I mean? Like, it's look at and listen to the words people use. Look at and listen to like the ways people use it. Look at and does the word choice engage with the population? What's really the purpose of using it? You feel me? If you're gonna use these big words, are you also gonna break it down for people who are not really on the same path, pattern, process, understanding as you? And also this could be like, people saying big words or filler words, or people saying the right words. You feel me? This is one of those time periods where we need to be very like active listening, activate, and like watch the people, but it's like watching the bodies, watching the movements, and making sure you peeping what's really being said, because it's really also slowly giving a read between the lines. But this is more of a prep for the read between the lines part. But this is one of those, you gotta listen to what people say and how people say it. It's really big words, like big words for real. But that's how they coming. And then I said, LOL, why y'all pulling big and bad when y'all don't even want to level up the playing field? So people always love pulling like, oh, I have all these grand facets of resources, but is it available for everybody? And if it's not, you feel me? Why is it only servicing you? Also, make sure you be looking at people and looking at situations. So also another instance that we need to be very mindful of. We might have some people who watch Miss Frizzle, or what is that show called, a movie called? I wrote it down. The Magic School Bus. The Magic School Bus this week, the episode where they're going to outer space. It's very influential. Yeah, my nose is so itchy. So yeah, listen to it, look up at it, what's going on the planets, how is it impacting us? You feel me? How is it impacting us? How is it impacting us? Yeah, y'all just get super congested. So this is gonna be a short message, okay? This is gonna be a short message. This is the week of nourishing and nurturing yourself. What really does that mean? And how do you do it continuously in a changing process, in a changing understanding, in a changing world? When you feel me, you're changing viewpoints and patterns about yourself is changing. How you still nurture yourself. Yeah, we need to super be very mindful of what we're saying. It's giving hella, we're listening to something, but our heartstrings are saying something else, babe. Like, yes, it's the time to peep that, but the heartstrings, I would really pay attention to is the intuition. What is it pulling at the heartstrings? That part, that's the part. So when it start pulling, like, work with it. Don't let it, you know, overly control. But what is it really saying? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, oh my goodness, maybe I should just say this. Okay, so my thing is, a lot of times we have like this instance of like wanting to like trust and be in flow. But what if the being in flow process are these many changes, are these many different approaches, right? And how do we grow to be in flow with it? We slowly but surely trust it to slowly experience it. You feel me? Slowly but surely steps. Sure steps. Slowly but sure steps. And this is, yes, no, you cannot see where you're going. No, it's not a mile directly saying, yes, sweetheart, you're right here. This is where you are, and this is where you're going. Now, I give y'all a hint on what you can do for real for the people you are, and it's a spade lesson, but it's a spade and heart lesson. A little bit of club, but in a little grounding aspect, but it's a technique that you already got, you feel me? That we didn't clearly do in this video, but we're in it. We're in it to win it. How do we nurture ourselves? And really, that's like calming our inside down. Calming and the racing heart. Calming the racing. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm about to sneeze. It's inside, internal calm down to realize what's going on externally. I like this. All right, y'all. What is the weekly message other than paying attention to what you're listening to and hearing? Listen to bell, I hear bell chimes. I'm hearing gongs playing. Like, be very mindful when you hear those things. When you hear, birds chirping is a normal, yeah. That's the first instance of you paying attention to. But pay attention to those bells, those bongs. There's something going on with a ship in rough waters. Whatever information or news you get this week, take it as a warner. And the warner is more so as like a protector, okay? So, yeah, I feel like if we take it in and to take that into account when we are making our decisions, it 100% work out. Also, be very mindful of the person who brings that information, because it's hella giving somebody younger than you. It's not an experience, no. It's just their rank isn't. You know how people be like, oh, the message got to come from certain, like this way. It is like the message is not coming from this way, but it's coming, you feel me? It is more so if you're paying attention and listening to it, I promise you, you'll get it. And then it makes you kind of like conscious about the fact that the creator uses multiple people to engage in the messages and presenting it to you, feel me? Because we be having this fixed mindset about how situations should be, and now you feeling self-sabotage, you feel me? That's that last week, 10 of spades, 8 of hearts, saying, please let me be aware. So when the awareness come, when the spades come, you feel me? Because awareness, here you are, that's a spade, that is a spade. Here you are, my love. Here you are. Here you are, spade. That awareness, when it comes, it's usually not the way we want it. So because it's not the way we want it or deem appropriate or deem fit, we ignore it. That's like looking a gift horse in the mouth, right? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Listen, it's some static going on. When you hear static, I need you to tune in. I need you to tap in. Like, I need you to tap in. It's hella giving, you know, at the beginning, and it's like Courage the Cowardly Dog, and they got the radio, and it's like, greetings, it's Courage the Cowardly Dog, starring Courage the Cowardly. You feel me? Like, you're there. It's there. Once you hear it, I need you to tap in. I need you to tap in. It's like it's tuning you in. It's getting you to be attuned to the frequencies of how the messages are being presented and how the flows of the universe is communicating with us. It's really that. It's really that. It's a lot of things going on this week. It's giving multiple mirages, and when there's multiple mirages, how do you know what's real? Well, how do you know what's fake? How do you keep yourself grounded? You feel me? How do you keep your mind stable? We need to engage more with our children. They are holding a lot of in like feelings and information and thoughts in their head, and we need to, it's like providing more. We need to engage with them more. Yes. We need to be very mindful of mental health, like the ability to just have a stable mind. That is truly a blessing. We need to really be praying more about strengthening our mind, strengthening our consciousness, strengthening our ability to know what's right from wrong, strengthening our ability to see what's real right in front of us. You feel me? Because I tell you, you feel me? Some people can lay tricks right in front of us, but we don't even know what's going on. So yeah. It's silently giving raining, and I don't even know where the raining is coming from. And I'm seeing like north and south, so it's like a spade and heart message. So it might be raining, winds, storm clouds coming in from the north and south. But I'm not understanding why it's raining if I see like warmness and dryness. So is the dryness making it like the weather? What's going on, y'all? It must be dusty or something, some windiness. But I see like just raining once, and it's a storm. And it caught people like hella off guard, But yeah. All right, what's the weekly message? If you are thinking about adding wheelchair accessible housing, like having more wheelchair accessible environments, I think that it'd be very imperative, because I don't know, I just don't know, but things need to be more wheelchair accessible. And I'm seeing houses, I'm seeing like, yeah. And I'm seeing not just wheelchair accessible. You know, some people have outdated systems for engaging with disabled people and people with disabilities. I feel like they are going to slowly start. It's not a rebranding, no. It is a resources to implementation of like better, it's hella just outdated systems, especially with like wheelchair accessibility. And people are now going to be going in funding and just putting it in to make them even more wheelchair accessible. And I'm seeing like mental health facilities, I'm seeing doing that. I see hospitals do that. I see more apartments doing that, more complexes doing that, more gated communities doing that. I see that. And I'm proud of us, like very, very proud, because there's many layers of needs, many layers of, needs. How are we meeting the many layers of needs? That eat. Also, we should have never got outdated like that. That's disrespectful and rude. Period. Should have never got outdated like that. What's the weekly message? I apologize. One for your brother, how you want for yourself. That's what I heard, bro. Ace of Spades, there you go. Oh my goodness, no, you flipping back up, sweetheart. I saw how you were. Okay, Nine of Spades. I'm tickled. Let's see. Yeah, this is where you are. This is being able to find where you are on the map, for real. This is funny as fuck. This is hilarious, because it's talking about However we engage is also talking about mental health right here. We need to really work on our ankles. Strengthening our ankles is really ankles. We need to massage our ankle, what is that called? Nerves. We need to really have a hand, foot, nerving stretch before bed and when we wake up. It's that, and it's also our spine, like right in our neck, shoulders. Yeah, right in this area. We need to be doing more stretches. It's saying low key that our body, specifically our skeletal system, is kind of dry, and for us to be more fluid, to be more in flow with our body and our constant changing awareness of ourselves, we need to have that. We need to have that. Ace of Spades, Queen of Diamonds. Okay, trusting in your intuition 100%. This Queen of Diamonds is also slowly giving me, what is this? Trusting in your awareness about the world. Yes, 100%. Trusting in the audible. Yes. But what is this? Feeling our emotions, feeling stable. How do we continue? Okay. This can also say about, we need to be very mindful about how we spend and how we really engage outside the world, because what are we searching for? I need us to see the gold that we have within us. I need us to start cherishing who we are internally and what makes us us. Because yes, all these beautiful values define us, but what makes us feel us? You feel me? What makes us us inside, deep, deep, deep inside of us? What makes us us? And I need us to really be very mindful about that, because this is a journey of self-discovery. But the journey of self-discovery allows you to see different parts and layers of yourself that you didn't really know about before. It allows you to build your awareness between your mom and your dad, but also the parts that you take from them, the values that you've got from your maternal sides and your paternal sides, and how they have basically ingrained you. So from this, what do we learn? What do we continuously learn from it, from them? I like this a lot, because we were just saying, we're talking about that 9. It's very funny, people are going to be using big words. Pay attention to, for real, what really people are saying. Like, people are saying big things, but are they, like, do they really be handling the business? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, for real. That's what I'm saying, for real. Like, let's be about the business and be about the big talk, but also still be, engaged, understanding, nurturing, compassionate. Because the compassion finna be tested, you feel me? For real. 100%. I like that. I mean, not really. It's funny, haha. But yeah, it's funny. I want to secretly know who this Queen of Diamonds is and this King of Diamonds, for real. I like it. Oh, hell yeah, I like this a lot. Oh, fuck yeah. It talks about diplomatic understanding and awareness to move forward. Oh, yeah, this is a good lesson, bro. This lesson eats like 100% if you do it right way. Most definitely. Bro, if you do it the wrong way, we're talking about that mental health. Bro, 100%. We need to be very mindful about our own mental health. Also, the history of mental health. We need to think about the impact, well, more so how mental health, the history has grown. This talks about really the importance of both sides of the brain and using them. This also talks about getting into the arts. I'm seeing more writing and drawing, to be honest. It's hella doodling. Oh, hell yeah. This talks about when to hold them and when to fold them. Oh, fuck it. This is a really, if we eat this, this is a really good gift. I like this. I like this a lot, y'all. I really like this. I keep saying gift because it is a gift. Like, I'm not even finna lie. Like, I'm not even finna lie, bro. This ancestral as gift, if we eat it the right way. Because the 9 of spades, plus the 8 of spades make the 10 of spades. Automatically right here, 10 of spades are right here. We know we need to be very mindful of old fucking friends. We know we need to be very mindful. I'm very interested about this. Anyone had a recently transitioned uncle? Yeah, it could be on the mom side. The recently transitioned, yeah, it has a recently transitioned. Yeah, most definitely. The recently transitioned uncle, I really feel like that's like one of the spirit guides. It's protecting you, is walking with you 100%. This is also showing about the growth of oneself, about putting the work in oneself. I like this. 10 of spades, 10 of hearts. This talks about Sun, Saturn yet again. But here goes a moon Neptune. But it's all about having to be in flow to realize the moon Neptune part 100%. Yes, weighing out 100%, weighing out things. Also telling us that this week we can't be too analytical. We can't be too it's literally not battling, but using both brains, both sides of the brains to our benefit, knowing when to use it. And that is a test this week. Knowing when to use, knowing when to engage, knowing when to show up, knowing when to listen. This is a week of listening. This is a week of paying attention and paying it forward. No, for real, I really like this message. Yes, we went from a freaking ace of heart to the 10 of heart. And that's what I'm saying, is really the trust of the self, yes. But this is really talks about the trust in the self and the growth of the self as one is understanding life. This is really a deep message, bro. I hope that we're really open, because this is the message that's saying we need to be more trusting in ourselves, be more open with what's going on around us. And to be open, we have to be what? You tell me? Because that's the thing that we have to learn this week. To be open is to be what? Next week we will find out, okay? I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. Give yourself a hug, okay? Remember, it's a slow process to the finish line. I love you all.